coffee is a go-to drink in the morning, you get off track with the weight loss goals every time you start drinking it. You may feel like it's becoming a frustrating case of what we call déjà vu. I think coffee itself is fine, but it gets a bad reputation because we tend to consume excess fat, calories, and sugar with our coffee, says Adriana Sobel. Luckily, there are 10 incredibly easy ways to fit coffee into your weight loss goals, none of which cause you to sacrifice flavor. 1. Resist drinking coffee as first thing in the morning. Even if you feel like you need a cup of ambition the moment you get out of bed, pausing to eat something first may help you manage feelings of hunger later on in the day. Many times, I see clients who will drink coffee immediately in the morning. I like to encourage my clients to eat something first and then enjoy their coffee. That's because coffee may reduce your feelings of hunger, which can lead to skipping meals, says Casey Hageman. Cutting out meals, like breakfast, can lead to overeating later in the day. You also don't want to drink Java too late in the day. When you consume caffeine 6 hours before bedtime, it can reduce your total amount of sleep by more than an hour, according to a November 2013 study published in the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine. 2. Limit the amount of sweetener you add. Sugary syrups and sweetened creamers can quickly make your added sugars tally skyrocket. Added sugar refers to sugar added during processing or preparation, or at the table, while naturally occurring sugars are found naturally in foods like fruit, which is fructose, and glucose in milk is lactose, says the American Heart Association. Consuming more than the recommended amount could lead to weight gain or worse, elevated heart health risks. Your daily coffee can be an area where you are getting a lot of added calories with low nutrient density, says Hageman. 3. Nix the creamer for a lighter option. If you drink several cups of coffee per day, creamers high in saturated fat can also add up. 1 tablespoon of standard coffee creamer contains 30 calories and 2 grams of saturated fat per tablespoon, which in turn heightens your risk of heart disease and stroke. It can also lead to weight gain, per the U.S. National Library of Medicine. Even if it says original, sometimes those beverages have added sugar in them. So, look for unsweetened on the label, says Sobel. 4. Don't depend on artificial sweeteners. Although they don't have any calories, it may not be helpful to depend on artificial sweeteners to help you reach your weight loss goals. In fact, replacing sugar with artificial sweeteners appears to have no effect on weight loss, according to a January 2019 review of 56 studies published in the BMJ. What's more, the long-term health effects of artificial sweeteners are still not well understood. 5. Enjoy natural sweeteners in moderation. Certain sweeteners like honey or even maple syrup have a health halo because they're considered more natural forms of sugar. But keep in mind that they can still add up in calories. I like more natural sweeteners because they're a less processed form of sugar, which is beneficial, says Sobel. When you add, say, honey to your cup of coffee, it's still considered an added sugar which you should consume in moderation. 6. Flavor the rind of your coffee cup. Adding a touch of flavor to the rind of your coffee cup can lend a delicious taste to your brew without sugary additions, says Sobel. Rub an orange peel from your breakfast fruit salad around the coffee cup rim to brighten the flavor of your Java. It may sound odd at first, but this blend of citrus and coffee has a cult following. Cafes in Phoenix, Arizona, have been known to go as far as to mix orange juice with espresso for a pick-me-up morning drink. 7. Mix things up with flavored beans. The next time you're tempted to pick up a high-sugar creamer at the supermarket, head to the coffee aisle for a bag of flavored coffee beans instead. These use natural extracts like vanilla for taste, rather than added sugar. Alternatively, try flavoring beans yourself at home. You can also add a chocolate flavor to your coffee by adding about half teaspoon of cacao nibs to 2 cups of coffee beans in your coffee grinder, says Hageman. 8. Rethink what you pair coffee with. Sometimes, the healthfulness of your coffee habit depends more on what you pair Java with than the brew itself. People tend to want to dip cookies or biscotti in their coffee, and while that is enjoyable, it can add up in the way of calories, says Sobel. Healthier options to pair your coffee with might include blueberries, almonds, or quick oats. 9. Strategize your cafe order. It's perfectly fine to enjoy your favorite cafe drink, but a few simple tweaks can help you stay on track with your weight loss goals. Skip the whipped cream and any toppings like chocolate shavings as often as possible, says Sobel. It can be tempting to order a bigger size or a more elaborate drink when you're at a coffee shop. If you find that to be the case, treat it like a special dessert that you enjoy occasionally after a meal, not as your go-to coffee drink. 10. Try taking your coffee black. It may sound intimidating at first, but this could be a good option if you're trying to lose weight. People think drinking black coffee is a crazy thing, but you definitely get used to it. Are you used to adding a spoonful of sugar and cream to your coffee? Slowly wean off these additions until you're used to the flavor of black coffee. It's that easy.